started learning instruments when I was young, and in a really, really strange way, actually, because actually my dad, I would say my dad also made an impact in me. He started it because me and my dad, we're not really we're like two-edged swords that can't meet. So he always wanted to dictate what he wanted for me, and I didn't want that. So for example, he wanted me to be a doctor, and I was like, no, I don't want to be a doctor. I was scared of blood. So how can I be a doctor? And then he got this piano, and he was like, hey, do not play the piano. I don't want you to learn instruments. Rather, I want you to use the syringe where you're using, the injection as your instrument. And that made me, I started saying I must learn keyboard. Yeah. I met this other guy in another church, and I saw his hands, and his hands was faster than mine. And in my head, actually, before I met him, I only knew how to play on F, so I wanted to learn more about other keys. But at that time I couldn't because I knew no one until I met this other guy. He's also a choir master of another church. He plays the piano and he sings. And he was like, he was going to teach me. And I saw his hands, and he was way faster, and he could play on almost all the notes. So I was like, I want to be like this guy. I really want to be like this guy. But, for him too, he didn't really want to teach me because of almost the similar reason. Yeah, he would just show me one or two things, and he was always busy, always busy. So he just shows me one or two things, and push, boom, he's out. So, and another thing is he plays on key C, and the lady who I learned from played on key F. So I now had to start breaking the key F that I knew to start learning all over again on key C. The person that was supposed to play the piano that didn't come for that day, she actually called me and she said, wow, she heard I played the piano while she was absent. I said, yeah, I did. She was like, oh, that's nice that she's been looking for someone that would take her place. So now I know how to play the piano. I would be taking her place. So she was really, really happy. I didn't play much in the other church though, because he was way better than I am, and no one would give me a chance to play. So when I really now learned how to be fast and how to play, when you see my fingers doing those rolling back and forth, it was here in Bangkok. When I came here and I met this guy, he's from Cameroon, and man, the first day I saw him play, his hands was like, whoa. And I started asking myself, can someone be this fast? So over time, I also talked to him, please, I want you to teach me. And he was like, I'm going to teach you, but he never did taught me anything. He never did. I don't know if maybe because he didn't have time or what. And the funny part was whenever a girl comes to him and say, hey, I want you to teach me, and he'll teach them. And inside me, I was sad, but then I didn't say anything though. But I was sad. I would always look at his hands, look at what he's playing, see what he's doing, and then whenever he left, I would practice. Then it got to a stage I had to buy my own keyboard. So I practiced looking at his hands. I practiced listening to songs, and that was how it all started for me on the keyboard. And the pastor called me after church, and the pastor was like, "Wow, that didn't know I can play like this." I said, "Well, I didn't know I could play like this either."
A miracle. Yeah. In the beginning, I knew Kevin as a musician who was just trying to learn music. And something so great about him is that quickly and fastly to learn. Yeah. It's not demanding. It's not, he hardly gets angry. He makes sure he's always in a good mood, especially during the services or during musical activities. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the skies. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. Sing running through the open door.
So yeah, my knowledge is limited though, because I only know how to, I don't know how to read notes. So when I teach them, I don't teach them how to read notes. I only teach them chords. But then I give them the basics on how to play on other how to play on different chords like C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Yeah, I teach them how to count it if in case they want to learn on how to play on this. So I teach them how to count it so they can count and they can learn on their own. But for me, I only play on key C, and I'm happy giving more and more and learning more. Yeah, it's also helping me in a way though. It's also helping me because the more I teach them, the more I'm also learning. As I'm teaching them, I discover new things. As I teach, I discover new things. It also helped me because how did I know how to count? How to count on other keys? It was by teaching. So when they ask questions, and so at first though, that was when I faced all this. When they asked questions and I didn't know how to answer them, it would make me go do research to get answers. Yeah, and as I was getting answers, things started becoming easier and easier and easier for me. Yeah, so it was like teaching them also helped me know more about instruments. Different occasions, like in wedding, in parties where they needed live band. Yeah, and I've also played with my friends, but though that was practice though. Yeah, so because I practice a lot of places, I practice in church, I practice at home, and I also practice with my friends and I play with them. Yeah, so